Hey, hey.
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 It is me, and I got somebody with me today. I got my daughter Nikki of Nikki Circle of Support, and we came on today because we pissed. No, seriously though. We stand with the autism community, and we did not like the comments that the Health and Human Service Secretary made regarding the autism community, and the his words, they never gonna pay taxes, and I'm sure you saw it or heard about it, and we just want to come on and say we stand with the autism community, because the comments was trash. What you think, Nick?
And I'm not disclaimer, I'm not autistic, but I do work with moms and caregivers that has children with autism. So for him to say they're not going to read anything, they're not going to do anything, it's kind of bad. It's kind of like being locked in a classroom, with nobody watching over you. And I've had that experience as well. When the schools I went to, he couldn't attest for his grade book. Like mommy asked him to show his grade book. He couldn't show nothing. So
what she's explaining is a situation she had when she was in school. How the teacher, he kind of had that same mindset that that the kids in the classroom, that that they couldn't learn. He never said that, but that was his actions spoke that. And I was triggered with the never word. Even though my daughters do not have autism, but we are in the differently able special needs community, and I had that I was faced with that growing up, with them growing up with that never. People telling me, well, they're never going to do this, they're never going to do that. And when I heard him say they're never going to pay taxes, they're never going to play baseball, they're never going to
be potty trained.
Right, potty trained. And it triggered me because being a mom of a differently able child, you don't know what they will be capable of. I remember a doctor telling me that my daughter, if she didn't talk about the time she was 5, she wasn't going to talk. And at 5, she started talking. I was faced with a lot of those statistics and nevers. She's never going to be potty trained. I was told that, and that was not the case. So we just wanted to come on and dispel that and just say we stand tall with the blue. And I remember it. I also was triggered of a situation when my daughter was in school. I don't know whether he was in the 5th, 6th grade, something like that. And her physical therapist told her, we don't really have to do all of this work because you're never going to walk.
I'm not going to take you to the bathroom.
And so I said, she came home and told me.
It's been a crazy journey, you guys. It's been a crazy journey.
My daughter came home and told me. And so I wrote her, a nice little letter. I said, basically what I said was, and it was a nice letter. I just said, you know, all I really need you to do is the physical therapy. And I don't need you. You're not a physician or specialist. I don't need you to tell her what she's never going to do. I just want you to stick to the IEP and, you know, do the 10 minutes of physical therapy or whatever. And so after she read the letter, she told my daughter, said, you know, oh, your mom's mad at me, you know, but she said some other things. So I said, okay, well, I'm going to have to go up to the school and talk to her in person. And so I did.
She did not. The lady did not like that.
Yeah, we had a nice conversation. It started, and then, you know, I told her, I said, again, I don't raise my daughters with that mindset that they're never going to do something, because you're going to break their spirit. You don't know what they're going to do, and that's not your role. Your role is to do physical therapy. I just want you to do the physical therapy. You don't need, you know.
You guys.
And she got mad. She started screaming and just talking to me any kind of way. And I said, we're going to end this meeting. I was still polite. And I said, we're going to end the meeting.
You guys, we have so many stories. Oh my God.
Yeah, but anyway, we don't want to get off into a tangent off the subject. But we just stand with the autism community, again, like I said before. And if you are a mom, I can imagine of a child that has autism. I can imagine how those statements made you feel when he said that, you know, I can't quote it. Something about the child bringing sadness to the family or something to that effect. And I wouldn't be who I am today if I didn't have my girls. And I can imagine how those statements really hurt and made you feel. So if you are a mom or dad, a caregiver of a autistic, please, please, please do not subscribe to that thought pattern of a never, and, you know, stand tall and be proud of your child. Because God brought him here for certain reasons, you know, so be proud, and, you know, they trash. Okay, take it easy.